Hello, hello. Welcome back to Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, and wow, check this out, the stats just keep going, and really, I know I've been thanking you, but why not keep thanking you? Thanking you all for listening, for sharing, and if this is your first time, I appreciate you being here, and please share this podcast because you never know who else may find value in it. I was recently promoted on Indie Style, which is obviously a local Indiana show, and I'm an Indiana original member. So I'm looking forward. I guess they want to do a segment on me and my book, my latest book, No More Excuses. So I'm really excited about that. I did post that promo from Indie Style on my Growing Forward Facebook page, so check it out there, or if you haven't liked my Facebook page yet, please do. And my website, www.growingforward.biz. And something new also, wow, just all kinds of fun things, is if you are not getting this in your email box, you can actually, and I'm looking for the exact thing, you can actually text to sign up to get on my list. So text Monday Motivate, all one word, to 22828. So text Monday Motivate to the number 22828. And to get started and get signed up for my email list. And it's only Monday and Friday emails, unless you want information on something else. So you're not getting blasted every day. Anyway, so first, before we can grow personally and professionally, we got to get rid of that negative self-talk, those pesky limiting beliefs. It's what we talked about last week in podcast number 59, right? It was titled, Dear Crappy Limiting Beliefs, You're Fired. So did you sit down, take the time to think about your top 3 limiting beliefs? From one person I actually received, let's see, I'm reading what she wrote. I don't know enough, it's not perfect yet, and I don't look the part. Yeah, those are pretty wild. I was like, what the what? So, what are your top three limiting beliefs? Maybe you have more, maybe you have less. But what are the things that are keeping you from growing? I assured this woman that many people, and on this podcast, the last one I did receive a lot of responses. I assured her that many people feel the same way or have similar limiting beliefs and that self-talk. So what we need to do is dig deeper to see what those limiting beliefs are attached to. What is causing them? You know, it could be something from your childhood, your obviously upbringing, alleged failures. Many times it's your own perceptions, but again, they're there because of something. And, you know, a lot of people were bullied as kids because bullying wasn't such a big thing back in the day, right? But you can bury them. You can try to push them down deeper. You can try to ignore them all you want. But anytime something goes, in your eyes, wrong, those damn thoughts and beliefs, they'll surface faster than a bird pooping on your freshly washed car, won't they? So if you've not yet taken the time, pause this podcast right now, listen to podcast 59, and then write them down. Write down what your limiting beliefs are, what's keeping you from selling more products, from stepping out of your comfort zone and providing that service, from starting a podcast. You know, another example I got from that was not a business owner is he said, I'm not qualified, so I try for or even apply for that new position that came up. Well, how do you know? You know, one that's related specific to potential business is, well, no one's going to pay this much for my product. And you can also relate that to service. It's all relative, isn't it? I mean, people might think coaching's expensive. Somebody else might say, it's inexpensive. So it depends on what you're providing, what you're doing. Are you providing value for your service? Are you providing value to your company? Does your product provide value? How does it serve others? It could help people save time, which in turn is money. You could personally bring new views, talent, knowledge to the company or team you're working on. And what does your product do? How does your product provide value? It might bring happiness to people, or again, it might save time or money. If it's related to business growth, you got to narrow it down. One of the workshops I took, a long time ago, but I found some information about it because I just, that whole limiting beliefs, they never go away. But one of the things they asked everyone was, if you could have more of one thing, what would it be? For example, more prospects, more closed deals, some more sales, better processes, more training for staff. All of those things can help you grow and improve your value or improve the value of what you're selling or providing. It could even be something like an article you read. Did you gain anything from that book or from that article you read? The podcast, the one you're listening to, are you gaining anything from these? Value is subjective, and value is not really related to money. What you pay is the cost. What you gain, learn, what you get out of it is the value. So value is something you can get from and also provide to others, people, services, products, etc., So I know that's a lot to think about, but if you think about what you do, again, whether you're a business owner or employee, how do you provide value? And how is the value getting killed by your limiting beliefs? See how I brought that full circle? Okay, so what is one limiting belief? What's it attached to? By diminishing it or firing it, just imagine that feeling, how it can help you feel more valuable, how you can have more confidence in what you do and how you do it, what you provide, what you're selling. Again, product or service, it doesn't matter. For example, when I'm working with a client, seeing their face, that expression when they finally have an aha moment, when I get a text or an email or a review, feel free to leave a review for me if you haven't yet. But those are all things that when I see those or hear those compliments, I know I'm providing value no matter what the person paid. So this week, you're gonna have to think deeper. And again, if you haven't listened to number 59, podcast 59, go back and do that. So think deeper about your limiting beliefs and where they stem from. How can you fire them? And then, how is that related to you, what you do and provide? If you're a perfectionist, you probably either haven't launched or aren't selling much product or selling much of your service. Why? You're probably blaming that on not being good enough or it not being good enough. I mean, it's a deep one this week. So you've got to think about your limiting beliefs, then go deeper, think about where that stems from, and let me know how it's affecting what you do, what you sell, and all that. Got it? And if you can't figure it out, no worries. I promise together we will. And even if you're not in Indiana, there's this thing called Skype, FaceTime, phone, and oh yeah, there are ways to travel. Just don't let yourself sit there and wallow in your thoughts. We've got to get you out of get those limiting beliefs out of your head and fired so you can start growing and start seeing more value in yourself and start seeing the value of what you do and provide. That's all for this week. Think about it. I look forward to hearing from you. Post it here, wherever you're listening, in the comment section, or email me sballard@growingforward.biz, SBALLARD @growingforward.biz. Cheers.